Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany and I'm a student of English Literature, University of Sumatera Utara. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to explain to you about the stylistic analysis on She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron. Before going further, let's know what stylistic is. Stylistic is a branch of applied linguistics that study and interpret a text where style is a particular variety of a language itself. Well, we have known about the definitions. Let's move to the introduction of this analysis. Actually, this poem is written in 1819 and it was wrote by Lord Byron, an English peer who was a poet and politician. If we talk about the theme of this poetry, as we know the title, She Walks in Beauty. Actually, it already mentioned that this poetry gonna talk about the beauty of a woman or a female itself. But actually, if we analyze each line of the poetry, it not mention about the physical appearance to refers to a beauty, but it also explain to you and convey a meaning where beauty is also about the inner beauty who comes out from the women, and it's very interesting to be analyzed. Okay, without going further, let's go to the analysis part of this analysis. Let's come to the second part of this analysis, which is the analysis part. In stylistic, there are levels of stylistic analysis that can be used in order to analyze a literary word. The first level is meaning. If we talk about meaning, it's close to lexical or semantics level, right? In this poem, I have analyzed to you that I have found two kinds of figurative speech that used in this poetry. The first is simile. What is simile? Simile is a figurative of speech that uses a comparison that compares the two different things. For instance, I have found in the first line and in the first stanza, she walks in beauty like the night. If we see there is no correlation between beauty and the night, right? But however, the poet used this kind of correlations to describe how much he loved the beautifully of the starry skies as on how much he loved the beauty of the perfectness of the female or a woman itself. I have found also the metaphor figurative of speech. We know that sometimes it's difficult to differentiate between the metaphor and the simile. However, I have found metaphor on the last stanza on the last paragraph. It is saying that a heart whose love is innocent. There's no correlation between heart and innocent because it's two different things. But however, again, the poet used these correlations to describe that heart is something that commonly related to human's habit or human's nature and attitude. It's see that there's a proverb saying that everything comes out from the heart. It's true because everything that your mind think is also come from your heart. That's all about the meaning analysis. Let's move to the second level of stylistic analysis is grammar. As what I have found that in the first stanza, actually there are 7 nouns, 1 verbs, 8 adjectives, and 0 verbs that we have found in the first stanza. What does it mean? It means that the poetry or the poet wants to portray the beauty definition is not just by the physical appearance, but also by the inner beauty and by of a woman that comes out from saying an adjective like beauty, light, night, cloudless, starry, and so on and so forth. We think that it's clearer that the poet wants to emphasize on the inner beauty rather than the physical appearance that usually or commonly was explained by using a noun. It's also found in the second stanza where we also found the next analysis, which is the sound or the phonological. Actually, sound or phonological level are related to rhyme, assonance, alliterations, and tone of order. The rhyme is ABAB, as one in the first stanza, TETE. It's also we found in the second and the next stanza. And also assonance. Assonance is the definitions where a repetition in phrases. We can find like climes and skies, and then we can find light and night. They're kind of assonance. And the thirdly is alliterations. What is alliterations? Alliteration is a consonant sound repetitions in 2 or more neighboring words or syllables, as on in the line 2, cloudless climbs. The C is the alliterations. In the line 6, they denies, the D is the alliterations. Therefore, this kind of sound or phonological analysis that we can find in stylistic analysis. And the last is about the shapes of writing. We know it's also known as graphology. It's about the punctuations, paragraphing, and spacing. As what I have found, in the first stanza we have found that there's semicolon, and the last stanza we have found the exclamation punctuation word. It shows you that this kind of thing is used by the poet to make the reader emphasize more in those words, and it's more easier for the readers to understand by using these punctuations. For instance, like take a breath or just emphasize a word by exclamation mark. Therefore, we think writing shape is also very important in stylistic analysis. That's all about my stylistic analysis. Hopefully, it can help you to know the stylistic better in this linguistic era. Thank you, everyone.